Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be covering how you can make profits in cryptocurrency even in a bear market. So let's get started. I apologize for being incognito for the last couple of weeks now. I have been traveling the world, literally traveling the world. Currently, I'm in Bali and I'll be here for about a month. If you guys follow my Instagram, Twitter, social media links, you guys will be able to follow my journey. But in today's video, we're going to be covering how you guys can make profits even in a bear market. So let's begin. So right now we are on my computer. I'm in Binance. This is a small little, I guess you could say a dummy account that I utilize for trades, to do videos, to show you guys. I don't want to show you guys my actual account. That's, you know, for safety reasons. Right now you can see that I have accumulated roughly 0.320, which right now at the current price action, that's about $3,139. One thing I would like to clarify is that in cryptocurrency, your goal isn't to accumulate dollars, but rather to accumulate Bitcoin. You know, my goal is to accumulate this to 1 full Bitcoin, to 5 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, 1 Bitcoin will compound, which will then convert, you know, once you convert it over to dollars, that will be much higher results. So you don't want to confuse that. You know, maybe in the stock market, yes, dollars are important, but in crypto, you want to accumulate Bitcoin. But for the sake of clickbait and videos, I'll probably just utilize the dollar, you know, just because it's easier to understand. So the way you would start making profits in cryptocurrency is, you know, of course you would trade. So you would trade BTC to USDT. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Tether, but that's another video for another time. So let's get into it. So you guys can see right now, this is BTC to USDT. In other words, Bitcoin to USD Tether. It's a coin. For those of you that are new to cryptocurrency, Tether is a coin that emulates the dollar, essentially a 1-to-1 ratio. The reason you would sell it to USDT instead of USD is because you don't necessarily pay taxes on it. So it's, you know, there's benefits to it. So right now you can see there's buys and sell orders. So for me, I don't like to look at my charts here. So what I do is I hop on over to Coinigy. This is my preferred method to trade, you know, because I can look at the chart full on. There's a lot more tools for me to work with. It's to gem, you know. So if you guys are interested in learning technical analysis, I have a course in the link below. But also, if you guys are interested in just signing up for Coinigy, again, all the links would be in the description below. So check them out. So what I want to clarify right now is that what a bull and a bearish market is. So right now I'm talking about a bear market, meaning that the market is on a downward spiral. You know, of course, there's some technical analysis to prove that it's kind of broken out of that downward spiral, but in the long scheme of things, it's essentially bearish. You know, there's been more downward momentum than upward momentum. The average investor, you know, of course, they would just hold, you know, and it's not a bad thing. If you look at the charts, you know, from a long-term perspective, you can see that it's been going up pretty nicely. You know, but for us traders, you know, we want to accumulate more money, accumulate trade even in a bear market. So instead of waiting for the market to turn around and make money, you do what you would call trading. So let's get into more detail. So let's get into the 30-minute chart. So to give you guys an example, a trade I did yesterday was that I had Bitcoin right around here. You know, of course, you can see that it was holding support nicely for the most part, but it was bouncing back down here towards the 9,300 range. So that gave me an indication that there was a lot of downward force, meaning there's a lot of people that are still trying to sell. So let me show you an arrow. Yes, a lot of downward momentum. It's what you call downward momentum. So in my head, I thought to myself, okay, so in order for me to perform what you call a swing trade, where I sell at a higher price and buy in at a lower price, I set my stop losses, so in case it does go down, it will sell automatically. The way you would do that is if you head on over to Binance, you see this called stop limits. You can either buy at a certain price or sell at a certain price. So I just set my price at around to sell at around 9,300. Sorry, 9,300, and then you set your limit at 9,300 as well. Sell your current amount. So in this case, I'll put 100, and they should pop up certain USDT. You would sell it at that current price. Then you should be able to sell your Bitcoin, and that's how you set a sell limit, or in other words, a stop loss. So set a stop loss around 9,300, right around there. So if I, you know, hover the price balloon, that's right there. So that says about 9,200, close enough. You know, in Bitcoin terms, that's actually very close. I know for a lot of people that are stock traders, like $200, that makes a huge difference. But in Bitcoin, since it's very, you know, the numbers are so large, that's only like a 2% difference. If even that, like a 0.1% difference. So, you know, roughly I set it around there, and you know, once it broke down, it had automatically sold it. So what do you do now in this situation? You're like, oh, is Bitcoin going to keep falling? You know, it's like, it seems kind of scary. But what I actually did was wait out for what you call a double bottom. So let me give you an example here. You know, you can see the ellipse tool. You can see right here it had bounced off of it, but instead of panicking and waiting to sell off to buy, you know, which won't have been a bad decision either, you know, I waited for what you call a double bottom. Usually before Bitcoin or any other coin turns around, you can see that it performs what you call this double bottom. So there's, you know, here's another example of that double bottom. That means that refers to when the sell orders stop, when there's more buy orders than there are sell orders. So you can see that a lot of buy orders kicked in. Once I saw this double bottom confirmation, then I bought in roughly around 8,700. So right around here. If you do the math, let me pull up a little long position, a little longing. That right there, that's a 5% gain. But to that current Bitcoin's current price action, if you notice, that's almost a 10% gain. And so in terms of Bitcoin, 10%, I had roughly around 2,800, 3,000 roughly. That's almost $300 that I just made in one day. So that's how you perform what you call swing trades. You know, almost it's not necessarily day trades, but rather swing trades. All you have to do is, it's simple. You know, you just set your stop losses or your buy orders at a certain price when you have a feeling that it's going to go down or when it's going to go up. And essentially it does it all automatically. You're essentially working like how trading bots work, like, but with fundamentals behind it. And so just like that, I was able to make $300 in roughly a day. This has been you know, you can see this was from the 11th, today's the 12th, you know, going into the 13th, and here's Bitcoin's current price action. So this is how you guys would start performing trades. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys are interested in learning how to trade some more, go check out my mastermind group. You know, right there we do live trading. I set my positions earlier on, so you guys can start learning how to trade for yourselves. And we all share technical analysis. This is what you would call technical analysis, and you guys become successful. This is how I'm able to travel, guys. I don't, you know, I travel so much over the world because, one, I can just set my positions and make pretty good profits, and, you know, whenever the case arises, you know, I can just pull out some money and then just utilize it for my own personal gain. Or maybe you have family, you want to help out. You know, this is one of the best ways I can tell you right now how you guys can start making money, because cryptocurrency is volatile, but you know, if you play your cards right, play smart, you can make a lot of money even in a bearish market. So hope this video helps, guys. But with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.